Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about how to make minor repairs to the paintwork in your house. Why you might want to do this is, aside from just having your house look a little better, in better shape, maybe you're wanting to sell your house or trying to update some things in your home to make some improvements. And repairing your paintwork is a very reasonably inexpensive job, one that anyone can do at home, and so it's a really quick and easy way to really make your home look new again. And so let's get started. So I have here just about everything you will need to complete the project. Obviously the most important thing would be the paint. You'll see we have paint here. This is paint that I have left over from the first time I did this paint work. So in this case, it's something I had on hand already and didn't need to spend any money on. The same could be true for you if you've already done your paint work in the house and you're just making a repair to something you've already done, then you'll have it on hand. If not, you may need to buy a can of paint. One of the things that I have discovered with paint is it is very much one of those cases of you get what you pay for. So you're definitely better off spending a little more money on the paint, which will save you time, effort, energy, frustration in the long run. Okay? And then here we have some of the other tools you may need. Everything from masking tape, some sandpaper maybe to do some smoothing. Also a scraper, actually two different types of scrapers here that you might need to do some scraping. In fact, we will need to do some scraping, which I'll show you in just a minute. You might need some screwdrivers depending on if you need to remove any hardware or wall plates or anything like that around where you're painting. Obviously you will need a brush and a roller of some sort. Depending on the size of what you're repairing, you might not need the roller, you might just need a brush. And then of course you have a stir stick for stirring your paint. So this is the damage that we're going to repair. This is a relatively easy fix. There isn't a lot of damage, so it means that it won't require a whole lot of work. However, one thing you may notice is that a lot of the paint has kind of flaked off and is still attached to the door like that. So we will need to do some sanding just to get that smooth back down to a flat surface before we paint. If we don't do that, then obviously the paint will be very lumpy and won't look very smooth in the final product, okay? So to begin with, I'm going to start with a scraper and just try and scrape off some of that loose paint. So now that I have some of that loose paint off, now I will go over this with a sanding block just to smooth it out even more and then make sure it is nice and flat. Let's open the door a little bit to get into there near the edge. And so I've covered the roller now with a coat of paint, and now I'm ready to apply that to the door. As you can see, it goes on very smoothly, so we'll let that dry. It's now been a few minutes. We're going to come back and do our second coat of paint. So now comes the time for cleanup. You'll see here on the floor in front of our closet there's lots of white flecks of paint. That was what I scraped off before. So I need to clean that up a little bit. And then you'll notice we have our paint pan with the roller. All of that needs to be cleaned up. The only other thing that we will have to do is put all the tools away and recap the paint for next time. And that's that. Thank you for watching. I hope you've learned something from this. You should now be able to do any kind of paint damage repairs that you would need to do around the house. This would apply for interior, exterior, any kind of paint damage that you have can now be repaired using the steps that I've shown you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.